washing some dishes so that we can have dinner soon. Or not soon, but soon.
Okay, so we got some solar panels to test out, guys. Okay. Look at that. And then...
Wow.
That. Well, that's a lot.
I wonder how they will hold up in the wind.
There are things that you can peg it down.
Uh-huh.
There we go. So basically you do this. So
wow, they're quite big.
Even more out of the shade. So we got running water, electricity, solar panels, out in nature. Look at this, up in the Arizona forest. So there we are, we have about 300 almost, it's touching almost 300 watts, over 300 sometimes. Pretty cool. We're charging from the sun. Free electricity, well, you have to pay for the solar panel, but it's a 450 watt panel, so there's some shading.
And how much we paid for this?
Oh, quite pricey. It's about 100, it's about 1 watt per dollar, so it's about $450 for the set.
And it's not a Jackery no. Solar system either, because they're very pricey. This is almost half of the price.
There we go. Now it's doing about 282.
When you need to take a shower and the shower in your van is not ready or finished because of some technical issues, this is what you do. You buy a portable shower thing. The idea is to use the water from the tap. Let's see how it goes. I couldn't find anything that had an opening on the top here, so we're gonna have to use this. Steven was looking for a light switch because one of ours just decided to break on us.
So, it's good to have a garage underneath.
Oh, it looks quite messy.
Where you can store things.
Yeah, that's true. Thankfully, we had a replacement.
I think we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's make sure.
I believe we do. There we go. We do. Replacement light switch.
It's great.
We are Steve and Naz, and we love traveling in our self-converted camper van. Come along with us and welcome to Old Living. If you are going to the Grand Canyon leaving from Phoenix, Flagstaff is a great place to stop by for the night, since Flagstaff is just over 1.5 hours away from the Grand Canyon. And speaking of places to stop by for the night, we need to find one, because staying at the Grand Canyon is very expensive, therefore there are a few free spots we want to check out.
So guys, we are on our way to the Grand Canyon. Flagstaff is behind us. Here we're driving through Fort Valley now. It's the beginning of the journey to the Grand Canyon, which is about an hour and a half, about 70 miles.
It's a beautiful day. I hope it won't get too hot there.
Let's go to the Grand Canyon. We are high up. We have just passed an elevation 8,000 sign. That is pretty high, Naz.
Yeah.
Naz is a bit sleepy.
I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep again. It was an interesting night.
Feels like we're in Montana or somewhere, with the open fields, the grass, some mountains in the distance. Maybe Montana, Colorado. This is beautiful. That's the thing I love about the USA. The USA has so many wide open spaces. People fly from big city to big city, but you actually try drive across the USA, there is so much space. Well, we have wildlife, not so wild, cows. So it seems like there was a fire on the left over here. Look at these trees, Naz. Seems like
quite a bit burned.
Fire. Quite a few burnt trees. One of the things we've noticed here is they really try to care for forest fires. They do try to thin out the trees, which apparently helps a lot with forest fires.
The thin out the forest, actually.
Yeah, thin out the forest. They
cut some of the trees in between.
Yes.
Pretty cool what they do to try to lower the risks of a fire.
One of the best things about Arizona is within about 3 hours drive, there is like at least 3 different levels of elevation. Phoenix area, which is in the desert, low elevation. So it gets really hot in the summer, but in the wintertime it's great. And then when it gets hotter in the summertime, there's Sedona is a higher elevation, and that's a bit cooler in the summertime. And then like Flagstaff area and this area is even higher elevation. You can spend pretty much the whole year in Arizona and have mild temperatures if you're moving from one spot to another. And another thing is there's tons of free camping. You can go and camp in the desert in the winter and up here in the summer.
Let's say Quartzsite becomes too hot during summertime, you can run to Flagstaff. There are a lot of options.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know Quartzsite, we traveled through there on the way to Phoenix area. At times of the year, there are like thousands and thousands of RVs that come through there. And it's a tiny town, but it's massive amounts of RVers that come and camp out in the desert. And we are entering the Kaibab National Forest. So we were previously at the Coconino National Forest.
And now we entered Kaibab or Kaibab. I think it's Kaibab.
Continue on Arizona 64 North for 22 miles.
Vegetation has changed distinctly. Now, as you can see, it is pretty flat, almost as far as the eye can see, apart from that one mountain down there. But I would think down there in the distance is a massive canyon. What do you think, Naz? Just maybe the Grand Canyon?
I wouldn't think so. I think the Grand Canyon is kind of flat on eye level.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly. I think it's probably down there and there's a massive drop off.
By the way, it's our first time at the Grand Canyon, so
Yeah.
we're making assumptions.
Okay, so we've stopped up for a quick restroom break and we are on our way again.
So we are entering a campground. We don't know if it's a formal campground, if you pay to stay here or not, but it's good to see options.
So what is this? This is, yeah, it seems to be charged for because there's a box there. There we go. Okay, so $20 for single site, $40 for a double site. Okay.
Water to fill water. Safe travel.
You too.
Thank you.
So no running water here. You can fill up jugs. Yeah.
I believe we're very close to the Grand Canyon now because we just drove past a heliport where they offer helicopter rides to tour the Grand Canyon. That's a indescribable feeling to know that finally we are so close to the Grand Canyon and we're really almost there.
No camping for a quarter of a mile. Okay, so we're not allowed to camp for a quarter of a mile, but after that we may be able to. So let's see. Let's go on this adventure. Oh wow, this is cool. So basically these forest roads are gravel or sand for the most part, and they're generally doable.
Our van is not even 4x4 and we're able to do it.
Yeah, you can drive regular cars along these roads, at least the beginning parts of it where we drive. So this camper van is from Deutschland, Germany. So if you guys are interested in what road this is, I believe it is Forest Road 328. If you want free camping, 4 minutes, 5 minutes from the Grand Canyon. Yep, here it is. Here's the entrance. Here is the entrance. There's toilets there. Wow, and here is the entrance. Are you ready to go in the Grand Canyon?
Yes. And here's where you're supposed to buy the pass. In case you don't have the pass, you can also order it online, but we never did it.
Okay.
People here friendly.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Hi, how are
Do
you
you
doing?
sell America the Beautiful class?
Yes.
Yeah, you do. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Could we get that?
Sure,
That's-
it'll
is
be-
that all you need to get in?
Yep, it's
Okay.
gonna be $80.
Okay, cool.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, the girl was all smiles, very friendly, very nice. It makes a huge difference when people just act nice. She's very nice. So we got the pass. This is the pass, America the Beautiful. That's the one you need. Now we can go to the Grand Canyon. I don't know you, but I have excitement overbuild.
There's campgrounds in here. So the Visitor Center, Market Plaza Village, and campgrounds. So there are some campgrounds in the park.
But how much do they charge? Would
Probably
be
a fair
interesting to know.
amount. Yeah.
Someone told us that one of the hotels charge about $300 per night.
Well, probably in the Grand Canyon Village.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, lots of cars and RVs.